got the magic touch. You got the magic touch. That black girl magic, the magic touch, the magic touch, the magic touch. Yeah, I'm itty bitty, but I'll snap your ass in two. Take everything you think you know and turn it into hues. Yeah, I'm bright and beautiful like the inside out. Flip my inhibitions and I cleared up all my drought. Now all I see is rain that took away that pain, that escalate that flame. I'm just trying to see that change, that take away them chains. Yeah, I'm talking freedom, ain't never been a slave. Recognize my game, yeah, that black girl magic like a moth to a flame. Yeah, you just gotta have it. No, it took a long time, yes, it's been a journey. Embracing every slip up, yeah, every fucking hiccup. Got my fucking weight up, now they ain't got to wait up. Like a seed in the dirt, I'm about to grow up, that glow up. That anything is possible if you got the vision. Put your mind to it and know that you can do it. And know that you can do it. And know that you can. You got the magic touch. You got the magic touch. That black girl magic, the magic touch. The magic touch, the magic touch.
All right. We are here at the first ever episode of The Speak Easy, here with the lovely individual K, otherwise known as Kierunya Davis. Please tell us, who are you?
K
What's your about?
I'm Kierunya Davis. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Yay. What else do I need to talk about? I'm an all-around artist, so I just love creating. That's mainly what I love to do on the side. And should I say currently what I do, like for a living?
Yes.
Okay, so for a living, currently I am a behavioral therapist. So I do one-on-one in the schools with kids on the autism spectrum. And I'd like to do that in the future as a psychologist or a therapist. Yeah, I feel like that kind of encompasses who I am, you feel me?
Completely understand. All right, let's get into it. When you were younger, did you ever have this tenacity in singing and dancing? Because, as we all know, you love to sing. I haven't seen you dance just yet, but I hear that that's your thing to do.
Yeah.
Please tell us more about that.
Okay, so, the moment I was able to, walk and talk, I was always, on beat. I was always keeping rhythm. I was that little kid. You know how, people have those little performances like kindergartners or, third graders? I was always that kid that was, standing out. I was always, on beat. I knew all the words. And so somebody actually came to my mom and was like, hey, dance. Why you should put her in some classes. So I was like, okay. So she came to me and she's like, I actually came to her and I was like, I want to play basketball, mommy, basketball. And she was like, how about dance? I was like, okay. So there began the journey of me as a dancer. But honestly, I always just had a creative side to myself. So singing is not something that I really do though. I just love art. So I try to do everything. I try to be as creative and artistic in different ways. But yes, I am a proud dancer. I haven't taken classes in a while, but honestly, I love dancing. It's how I fall apart, how I come to. So it was that one thing for me, because I was always a really awkward kid, super intellectual though. So people would I would say stuff to my mom, what the, she did crying, what? And not a 3-year-old or 5-year-old should be saying stuff like this, right?
Yeah.
So I was ahead of my time, but I think that dance made me feel comfortable, I wasn't alone. And that's what art does for me, period. But dance is a heart.
It's always
and you think about it too, your heart has a rhythm. So it's it's technically dancing inside of you, So.
That's really artistic. That's the most artistic things I've ever heard. Because I'm just I just got a heartbeat. But you think of it as more than just a heartbeat, but a rhythm to it. So I deeply, deeply respect that. But at what age, since you took dancing so seriously, at what age did you take either dancing or any other art seriously?
Okay,
You
so
said at a really young age when you started.
yeah,
breathing,
literally,
basically.
yeah. Like when I started, I was 5 years old when my mom like put me in dance classes and put me in cheerleading and drill team. Like I was in just different aspects of black dance. But as I got older, like like recently, like I started writing poetry last year because I couldn't dance. You feel me? Like I was in school. I was like I had just gotten out of school actually, and I was like super inspired by one of my friends like a couple years ago, and give her a shout out, Jocelyn, because that's my girl. But so she read to me. I went to Africa, and she read to me her poetry. And I was like, oh my God, it was sick. Like I was like, everybody was looking at her like, oh God, like where the hell did that come from, right? And so for me, I remember that day I was like, I wish that I could write like that. Like if I could write like that, oh my gosh. I was doing it, but in a different type of way. Like I would write these like super deep captions. And wow, so that's so
really
powerful,
deep,
right?
yeah.
It's really deep. And so last year, all that police brutality was going on, and like, I mean, not that it hasn't been going on for like years, but you see the movements coming up, like the Black Lives Matter movement, or coming back to life, and just like talking about this happening, And so for me, I was like, whoa. I gotta write a piece about this, like, and I remember like being so, like, I remember finding out somebody else got killed by the police, and I was like, crying like really hard. And I was like, I'm gonna write a piece. I'm gonna write some poetry. So like, sat there in my car, and I just started writing. And when I looked up, it was like an hour or two later. So I need to go in the house, and I finished my piece that night. And so that's me going to my poetry side. I sing a little. I don't think I have the greatest voice in the world. You feel me? Like I feel like I need to work on it. But honestly, like I said, I just like creating. So I'll do painting, I'll dance, like I'll do anything that is going to creatively feed me.
Completely understand it. And in the creative side of everything, as us being who we are,
And it gives you like a voice too. Like if you think about it, it's like art is so powerful. It is one of the most powerful things in the world because me and you may speak two different languages, but if we dance, we speak dance. We sing, we speak singing. We do poetry, we speak poetry. It's a way to connect people, and it's that one thing that doesn't divide people. It actually brings people together, and it makes you not feel alone. And that's why you have all these powerful artists who were killed, because art is a very powerful thing.
It's dangerous.
And it is because a kid will listen to a song before they pick up a book, especially in this generation.
Yeah.
Or they'll go online and watch a video, before they go into a library, which is scary in itself, but at the same time, it's like that's how powerful art is. And even though book is an art, it's like people are more attached to, like, they will do more like performing arts than visual. Because not everybody sees the crazy shit that we see as artists.
So, us being who we are, and you being as talented as you are, you had to go to a really fantastic school. I believe you went to an HBCU.
The illustrious.
The illustrious HBCU. Which one in particular, though?
The illustrious Tuskegee University.
Okay. And what did you study when you went there, and why did you actually even go there in the first place? Because a lot of people, they look at HBCUs as just, it's just a black school, it's a whole bunch of parties, and what's it called? The event homecoming is always a poppin' event. But other than that, what particularly spoke out to you about Tuskegee to go there?
Okay, so I feel like every HBCU student feels this way. Not every, but most of them. Like, I feel like you don't choose your school chooses you. So I feel like Tuskegee chose me. But it's a crazy story. So when I was 6 years old, my mom took me to go see the Battle of the Bands they used to do here in California. I think they still do it. And she was like, her cousin at the time played in the band for, what school is that? I can't think of the school right now. That's so crazy. But anyway, so for a long time, I really wanted to go to that school. But I told her, I was like, when I was 6 years old, I was like, Mom, I'm going to an HBCU. And she's like, the fuck? Like, let's get through elementary, middle, and high school. And in my senior year, I told her, I was like, I still want to go to a HBCU. So I was like, hell-bent on going. And my mom was like, okay. And I told her, I was like, let's go to the Black College Expo, which they hold here every year in California at the convention center. And she was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna get tickets. So she heard it on a radio station that they were giving away free tickets. So she called and she won. Crazy. I was like, how does that happen, right? So then we went, and my friend kept going, go check out Tuskegee, go check out Tuskegee. So I knew that I wanted to go to HBCU, but I wasn't sure which one. She's like, check it out. I was like, okay. Because that was her #1 school. So I went, and then they were doing on-site admission. So I end up like having my transcript and stuff, and I gave him my transcript, and he was like, oh, I can get you some scholarships. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, oh, all right. So the same day, I actually met this lady, and I told her my story. And she was like, oh my God, it's so deep. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, do you want to come on my tour? Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'll come on your tour. I was like, I'm got no money though. She was like, no, I'm gonna pay for you to come on my tour. And I was like, okay. Okay. She was like, yeah. So I went on her tour, and then we was like going to all these HBCUs. Tuskegee was actually not on the tour. And I was like, none of these schools are working for me. I was like, I don't feel it. She's like, please don't go to Tuskegee, please. I was like, I think it's the school for me. So when I got back, I submitted my, I claimed my scholarship, and I submitted it, and I went. And the first time I ever saw Tuskegee University was the day I went. And my major was psychology, and my minor option was Africana studies. So, because I love black people.
Okay.
I love history. I would have majored in history. Too much writing.
Completely understandable.
Too much writing.
Want to be an engineer?
And you
I was
gotta
just
know
like,
yourself.
nah, I don't like math that much.
Right.
So I understand. I completely understand. I guess you answered the question of what did you study out there.
Yeah.
But why did you study psychology?
Why did I choose psychology?
Yes. Before going into your job that you now have
yeah.
why did you want to do psychology?
Okay. So I was in high school, and I was like, getting towards senior year, and I was like, I don't really know what I want my major to be. And then I took the psychology course. I loved it. I fell in love with it because I've always been really intrigued by people, and I used to study people. I used to just people watch, and I was really good at reading people and giving advice, and I was like, oh, this is what psychology is. So I was like, I remember that day I fell in love with psychology, and I was like, that's my major. And so when I went to my school, I don't feel like the program was extremely strong, but every day I went in the classroom, I fell in love again, every day. And it was just like, this is it for me. And then I found art therapy, and I was like, oh my God, this is just perfect.
Art and
art
psychology?
Man, so it was just like a marriage of the two things that I really love.
Yeah.
And that's helping people and helping grow people. And part of the reason why I want to become a child psychologist for kids on the autism spectrum is because I was bullied. I was talked about. I was a weird kid. Something was wrong, And really, it wasn't nothing wrong. I was just ahead of my time. And so a lot of kids were in that mindset of being a kid. And I was far beyond oh no, I'm telling my mom at 6 years old that I want to go to a HBCU, So for me, it was I want to give them things that'll help them survive and make them feel better about their lives.
Gotcha. So that way, there's not another kid that has to become
has
bullied. It's not
you know?
Understood, right?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And I want them to know that there's nothing wrong. You're just a little different, and that's okay.
Fantastic, actually. Fantastic.
So I want to give them the tools to help them survive and love themselves.
Gotcha.
So that's part of the reason why.
On top of loving yourself.
But I did dance though. I did dance.
You did dance.
I
while
said
you
I
was
wasn't
out
gonna
there.
dance though. I did, and then I danced my freshman year for the basketball dance team. So I did still have some type of art.
You always gotta have some type of art. Dance has a way of following you, and you were talking about trying to be yourself. Mm-hmm. You yourself don't identify with any particular gender that you're supposed to. Okay, I specifically like this person. I like this person. Why is that? Because a lot of people nowadays, it's getting more lax and more comfortable with being open about who you are and what you want to be and who you actually care for. Why do you particularly go in that category?
I think for me, for a really long time, I struggled with my sexuality, and kind of defining what part of that was of myself, am I straight, am I gay, am I what am I, And I remember the first time I liked a girl, and I was like, and then we had this terrible falling out, and she didn't talk to me for a year, so it kind of razzled me a little, and I was like, oh God, maybe I don't like girls. And then I got to college, and I was like, that feeling just would not go away. And I just was like, you know what? I like girls. But at the same time, like, I don't want to put myself in a box. Like, I don't like to box myself off. And that, like, part of defining yourself is being free. And so I want to allow myself that freedom to not even be like, oh, she's this, she's gay, she's, you know, I'm just Kierunya. And love is a tricky thing. And I think it doesn't have to be defined by sexuality, or it doesn't have to be you're this, you're that, you're this. And it's just like, if my soulmate is a man, my soulmate is one of my soulmates is a man. If one of my soulmates is a woman, one of my soulmates is a woman. You know, and at the end of the day, for me, it's just important to let myself free and to let myself love unconditionally, not based on physical aesthetics or this person doesn't have a penis or this person doesn't have a vagina. Like, who the fuck cares? You know, like, and I had set myself down and I talked to myself. I'm like, I would say bisexual, lesbians would be like, okay, guys, like, yeah, threesomes. I mean, or straight guys are like, yeah, threesomes. And then, so for me, it was just like, no, fuck that. I'm Kierunya. You know, I desire whatever I desire. And to me, it's more about the mind. Because I'm a deep person. Like, I consider myself a sapiosexual. So it's usually about...
What is that for people who don't know?
Oh,
because me, personally, I'm the one that's just like, yeah, and I ain't got no idea what that even means.
Right, so, you know, sapiosexual is like, you know, like loving somebody, or just, you know, like you're attracted to the mind. You know, like, what does this person have to say about the world? It's like, what are their, you know, how do they view the world and how do they see life and love? And, like, honestly, to me, that was more important than physical aesthetics. Right. Because to me, I'm so deep that it's like, you gonna get old. Shit gonna start dropping, but you're not gonna look good. You know, you're not gonna be snatched the whole, you know. And at the end of the day, love is so much more deeper than physical aesthetics, you know. So for me, it was just important to let myself know, like, freedom. That's what I'm always chasing. I'm chasing freedom. And that's part of my journey. It's just like not be defined by nothing. I ain't never liked boxes anyway. Like, I was always that kid, like, don't say that I'm this and don't say that I'm that, like, because I'm Kierunya. And that is the only person that I want to be. So that's the way I think about my sexuality.
Gotcha.